Wake up with Matt in the morning.
Hey, thanks for waking up with me once again. My name's Matt. This is Matt in the morning. Here's what we got going on today. It is smoked spinach and artichoke dip. So and let me just reiterate real quick, as I'm going through what goes in here and the whole process, everything will be down below in the description. The ingredient list of what I'm using and the how-to. So don't worry about like, oh my gosh, I got to write this down. I got to pause it, this or that. Everything's down below. Just copy and paste it or screenshot it. And also keep in mind, I'll give you the measurements that I'm using. You can measure with your heart. Do what you want, right? Substitute stuff out, add to it, take away. You want more artichokes, you want more, whatever. Do it. You can make this your own and tweak it. That's what's great about cooking. So anyways, as you can see down below here, what I have is 8 ounces of cream cheese. I have 1 cup of sour cream, a half a cup of mayo, 4 cloves. I used a lot more of garlic, diced up, teaspoon of red pepper flake. I used a teaspoon of pepper, the thing will say half, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And I want to point out, this here is supposed to be just diced onions, but I didn't feel like dicing them, so when I ordered everything, they sent mirepoix. So we're getting a little wild, and we got some mirepoix. It's fine. So what we're going to do now is stir this up. Once this is mixed up, we'll fold in the artichoke hearts and the spinach. I used a frozen thing of spinach. I thawed it, drained it, and I used a 14-ounce can of artichoke hearts, drained it and chopped them up. Now, one thing that's very important is that you get as much of that liquid out as you can. The more liquid you get out, the more creamier this will end up turning out to be. Versus, if you got too much water in with all this, it just won't be as thick. So not a huge deal, just do the best you can. So anyways, let's get this mixed up. All right, now we're mixed up. Now some people might be like, oh, you're mixing it wrong, this and that. Listen, I didn't go to culinary school. I'm just a guy that likes to cook stuff. It's fine. So at this point, we're going to toss in, and I know I'm not properly folding this in, but I'm just going to toss it in. Don't know if you can hear that, but my 3.5-year-old in the background is yelling, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." So in addition to the artichoke hearts and the spinach, it's also 1 cup, I put some more, of mozzarella, shredded cheese, and grated parmesan is a half cup. Drop that down in there. We're going to gently stir this in. I didn't do the folding thing, whatever. I'm just going to gently stir this up. Okay, so I'm going to continue to stir this in. I'm going to have to get my gloves back on because what I should have done is broke up the spinach a little bit more when dropping it in, but I didn't. So I'm going to get my gloves back on and just get in here, get down and get dirty. Okay, as you can see down below, I finished getting that all mixed up and I dropped it into the cast iron. As you can see, I love using cast iron. Love it. I'm just going to want to have that out there. So at this point, I'm going to, let me add, I was going to add Gouda to this. You should add Gouda if you're doing this. I forgot. At this point, add another half cup or so of mozzarella to the top. I forgot that part. And then I'm going to go throw this on the smoker. And what I'll do is I'll bring you back about halfway when we take a look at what it's looking like at about the halfway point or so. I'm going to put this on the smoker at 225. I'm just using a competition blend pellets. You can experiment and use different pellets, or if you have a regular wood smoker, do whatever type of wood you want. Experiment, do different stuff. You can just throw this in the oven if you want. Doesn't matter. You can just throw it on a grill. Doesn't matter. Just heat it up. So I'm going to go 225. I'm going to check it after about an hour. I'll bring you back before that. But about an hour is when I'm going to be paying closer attention to it. Should take between an hour to an hour and a half. So at 225, probably an hour and a half, but we'll see. Anyways, we'll be back in a second. All right, so as you can see, we're at 220, 226. That's what we got so far. Oh, 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 oh. So this is about an hour. We're going to let it go about another 30 minutes. All right, hour and a half on the smoker at 225. I did up it to 250 the last 15 minutes, whatever. Because I wanted the top to get a little more, as you can see, I wanted it to get a little bit darker on top, but I didn't want it to just dry out. You know what I mean? If I left it at 200, 225, you let it go too long, you can end up with a dry dip. So anyways, and I meant to add it the last 15 minutes, the chive that I added there and a few of these jalapenos, just for fun. A little plating, a little extra. I'll have the jalapenos in mine. Anyways, this is it. This is it, folks. Smoked spinach and artichoke dip. Wait. Look at that. Look, oh, almost fell off right there. Let's pull that cheese. Let's take a look. Oh, man. Is that going to be good or what? You know it is. I know it is. You know it is. Some more chives. Get a couple more jalapenos for me. There just happens to be some tomatoes right here. Somebody's going to say, yeah, you can't do that. I just did. I just did it. Do what you want to your dip. So again, see down below there. That's what we got. This is going to be good. So we've got a few things you can dip in here. Maybe you've never had spinach artichoke dip. What do we put in it? I've got these pita chips. You could also do pita bread. You could do regular bread. You could do garlic bread. That'd be delicious. What else? What else? Just regular chips. Vegetables. Broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, whatever. Dip whatever you want in this stuff. Let me go ahead and take a bite. This is hot off the press, so I'll probably burn the roof of my mouth. But I'm doing it for you. I'm getting some tomato in there too. Could I be honest with you guys for a minute? That bite with that smoked spinach and artichoke dip with a quarter of a tomato, that was the ticket, folks. Hey, whoa. Hey, sorry to interrupt, but, I just said, oh, this fresh tomato quarter on this bite is amazing. You guys should try. Stephanie just took the quartered up cherry tomatoes, mixed in some balsamic vinaigrette, got some fresh basil from the garden, the Gardine, a little salt, pepper, garlic to taste. Mix that up and we put a little scoop of that on top of the smoked spinach and artichoke dip, on top of the pita chip. That, my friends, was an amazing bite. Try it out. Anyways, that's all I got. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Again, the description, or down in the description, the how-to, the step-by-step of how I made this. Check it out. Tweak it how you want. Do the ingredients for however your heart feels. Change up the cheese, whatever you want. I'd add Gouda. I want to add Gouda next time. I meant to this time, and I have it, but I forgot. Add Gouda, and you tell me how it is. Anyways, if there's anything else specifically anybody wants to see, let me know. We'll make whatever. We're back working on doing some Matt in the Morning food content. So you let me know what you want to see. Otherwise, you're just going to get what I want to see. That's what it is. Anyways, thanks for being here. I'll wake up with you next time.